on the first kill during that quad run. We're finally getting to see some telefrags in this thing. I like it. But yeah, had he picked up that rocket launcher, he could have had one more frag on the board right now.
Nice work by Clock here. I mean, he's not quite scoring what Fiend is, but I think, to be honest, he's picking the better angles. He's keeping himself out of the thick of things for the most part.
Yeah, he's only died 14 times compared to his opponent, I mean, rather teammate, which died twice as many.
Yep.
So, you know, I agree there. I think it's just surviving is, in my opinion, more important than getting frags.
Oh, especially in 2v2.
Yeah. And we've said it many times on the stream, but just worth it to reiterate for anyone who's new to Team Deathmatch. You know, every now and then, you know, if you, because I kind of smurf, just play some TDM every now and then, and I hate playing with someone who is all about getting frags without paying any attention to their ability to survive.
Pretty much anybody will get on the pub.
I would rather have, I'd rather have somebody, that's why I hate pubbing TDM, any sort of team game. But, no, yeah, if you can find somebody who's willing to survive, and able to survive, like, I will take them over, you know, someone who gets, like, you know, basically someone who breaks even in a someone who breaks even in a KD. They're far more valuable to me than, you know, the guy that gets, you know, 30 frags but 60 deaths.
Very nice work here from Wonko. He kind of had a lull in his quad run, but he was still able to get a lot of work out of that. Still 13 frags, and the time is getting narrower and narrower. And we've only seen about a 2 frag game for these guys. So it's starting to look dire for them here on ZTM, but we got, what, DM6 as the second map.
Yeah. Nesta grabbing the red.
And I like this. I think Clock and Fiend are both kind of faking out Paramedics right now. You can see that Paramedics was expecting a fight for that red armor, and more important to these guys right now than the items themselves, I think, is their positioning. And look at this. Nice. That worked out beautifully. I mean, Paramedics was outflanked after that position. Never mind the grab for red. That was just a beautiful play.
We'll still go to Fiend. And Mega also goes to Fiend, so yeah, that, I mean, in my mind, that right there, that might have been kind of the winning run. You know, the next quad can still make a big difference. We haven't pulled far enough away on Blood Run, but I mean, here you can look, Wonko really early to red. Nesta not able to really hit enough to take down Fiend, and all Fiend needs now is a little bit of help from his teammate.
Ooh,
looks like
nice.
It's not going to happen though. Mesta will get the frag. Did Clock set up really early? Yeah, that's what he did. He set up really early for quad.
Yeah, that's unusual, actually. And Fiend wasn't there to respond, or at least assist.
Well, because Fiend had been fighting 2-on-1.
Right. I wonder, do Fiend and Clock usually play together? Just throwing that out there.
I think that Clock played with Viju in previous seasons. But,
well, we'll see. 2 minutes 28 seconds left, but 69 to 55. I mean, Paramedics has consistently been getting the quad runs here. Again, some kind of miscommunication between Clock and Fiend to go into that, but I just don't think there's enough time to really pull this thing back together. Clock and Fiend are essentially at this point saying, you don't have to come and confess. We can find you. We can find you. But given that kind of play, the kind of split play that Fiend and Clock have been putting together, I wonder if DM6 is not going to fall into Para's favor.
I don't think so. I think that Clock and Fiend are old school enough where Gold know how to run DM6 pretty well. And I'm expecting. I don't know if I'll get it, but I'm expecting some pretty solid red armor control out of them. It's just my guess.
One would expect, but it's also gonna likely be as close as this one, if not closer. I mean, 10 frags, TDM.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's
not bad at all.
That's nothing.
Oh,
but
20 frags.
Yeah, but 1 minute warning here again. Even with the win here, and even with Fiend having more frags under his belt, I really wonder how much that's going to help them in DM6 as far as being so far apart for so long. Oh, Clock waiting by the teleporter, looking for his escape. Not going to find it except down a 6-foot hole. Wonko still looking to run this thing. And actually, again, Paramedics, how many quad runs have they gotten? How many successful quad runs have they gotten over the past 7 minutes? Nearly all of them?
Yeah, I mean, they really have been able to get away with that quad, but to IC's credit, not really dying a whole lot to it, and able to recover frags in the downtime.
Yeah, the crux of the play has been happening at red armor.
Yes.
But there we have it, 72-65, not a wide score by any means, but we're gonna have to see it come down to DM6. All right, guys, this is potentially it. Paramedics and, sorry, I'm so dyslexic tonight.
Initech.
Yeah, IN. But
oh yeah, I guess it's supposed to be IN.
Yeah,
I had IT up there. Not bad.
That's cool. I don't even have the names at all. But
I mean, it is Initech. It seems like.
Well, that's anticlimactic. But this is potentially the last map of the night. If IN can take away DM6, the crown will be theirs. And again, I gotta hand it to Paramedics. Being seeded number 2, taking out, what, Area 51 last week? And really living up to their number 2 seed. I mean, they have been making some market improvements.
Yeah.
And I hope that as this event goes on and more teams come around, that we really start to see them, you know, secure their place in the upper echelon of Quake Live TDM.
Prepare your team.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Paramedics are going to play this out of control. If they're not the ones getting the red and the quad, are they going to be basically manhandling Initech with the railgun? And the problem, if I recall, Mesta had like a 13% rail. Am I remembering that right?
Right, but we might see Wonko making up for that difference. 2 solid rails, 3 solid rails right off the bat. Finally
nice
missing
flank.
one. But that's going to give a railgun away to Clock, and you don't want Clock with the railgun at all. MGing down Mesta, taking the lead once again, and yeah, giving that away to Clock has already punished Paramedics heavily here. So as Red Armor comes back up, Clock is going to be leaving it. Wonka's going to be coming in for a fight with Shoddy, trying to wear Clock down, but he has just enough distance, just enough health to stay alive with that. Railgun still up on mid-tier as both of these guys come down for quad, but neither of them are exactly fully stacked up for it.
Yeah, and there's a lot of cess coming in. Mesta's able to get the frag, but he definitely eat a lot of damage. I like that he at least checks red armor. Of course, the timing's off. We see yellow picked up, and it looks like it's by Clock, who's managed to stack up to 100 armor. And let's go back over to the quad carrier. Paramedics up by 2 at the moment.
Nice, nice. Clock
Nice.
again showing how dangerous he is with that railgun. Right now rocking 55% accuracy. Definitely willing to use it in a lot of diverse situations here. But he and Walker are going to be going head-to-head.
You know, that was actually a beautiful play because he had Clock up top, railing down rails, and then he had his teammate on the other end also railing. So that was a double tap with the rail for one of each, and there was really just no way to survive that.
Nice, nice indeed. But it's only a 1 frag difference a couple minutes into this. We can see Mesta taking down Fiend down below. That'll leave Clock with nearly perfect timing, coming back around to try to get the rail in on an opponent going up the jump pad. But Mesta will tie it back up 99. Clock leaving up armor
Trying
potentially.
desperately to leave it up.
Yeah.
Like, come on already. There we go. All right. So there's the grab. Long range to take out Mesta.
I mean, it's good armor for both of these guys.
To follow, although Clock to the face will kind of change his plans.
And Clock was pushing forward there. I think he was expecting Fiend to go around for a flanking push, but now he's having to flank his own push.
Look at this. Yeah, Clock goes that way. Fiend comes in behind Wonko and gets the shotgun frag. Beautiful stuff. Right back in time for red. This is how DM6 should be run. This is what I've been kind of wanting to see. Wonko, though, doing what I was hoping to see, which is basically, if you are out of control on this map, then you are doing what you can to get the railgun, use that to your advantage. And although you do need to control that yellow armor, that's been up for far too long. Quad's up now, though.
Very nice work there by Wonko. Single-handedly saved that quad run, giving Mesta the ability to tie this thing back up and take the lead, but he's only got rockets, and he can take down Clock, finding him in a choke point.
Shotgun and LG.
There we go.
Teams are tied.
Yeah,
Mesta's still not quite finding everybody he needs to, but Fiend backing into pillars. You never want to back into pillars. That's just a bad place to be, especially 2v2.
Yeah, nothing says FFA like backing into pillars.
Wow, this thing is still neck and neck, nearly a full 4 minutes in. Wonko's gonna crater though. See? But look at this, Fiend coming in almost as if he knew, but Wonko spawning off with the shot. He will be able to pull him back on down, tying it back up 16-16. 13 seconds till either the armors come back up, which means that control for these guys has either got to be all or, well, just a split. We might see IN try to make this thing. Well, no, they're not going to have anybody alive in order to make the push for red armor. Clock, though, again getting caught in that choke point, nearly railed off by Wonko.
Yeah, they need to get a railgun in their hands. Right now, they're both, I think, weaponless at this point. Yeah, Fiend has a lightning gun that's with it. Decent LG in that exchange, but he also got a little bit of pushback from that explosion. 19-16. Red armor is being held for the last couple cycles by medics.
I almost want to say it was a mistake for Wonka to drop off the bridge in order to secure the frag, because I think he could have gotten a lot more out of it had he done a bridge to rail.
Yeah.
At this
we got
point,
quad coming up now.
At this point, it's becoming readily apparent that the last thing Paramedics needs is a rail in Clock's hands. But here comes Quad. Clock is going to be coming in and nailing it in the shotty. Everybody's going to be dying on Quad. Wonko getting out of there alive, but not for very long, as Clock, fresh off the spawn, takes him down. But that leaves red armor still 15 seconds away, and it's going to be any man's game. Having early fights here, this is potentially risky for everybody involved. Yeah, Mesta's going to be the last one to the party, and subsequently the last one alive.
Well, Mesta should be able to get this. Even though he's going to encounter some MG cess, he won't be able to fight back. But the fact that he has it means he can hold his ground. Let's go see who's got the railgun. Railgun. Nobody. Clock just rocket jump to get one. Mid-airs, but dies. So no railgun in play for the next 30 seconds.
Ouch. Mesta's in a sorry position for this too. He doesn't really have anything
look at
to
this.
bring.
Medics gave away the red.
Yeah, well, Mesta was down below, no real weapons for him, not any that he could bring up the jump pad. He had to wait for Wonko to initiate that push, and Wonko was a little bit late.
Yeah, I mean, that timing I think is really gonna hurt them. Let's go see if we have a railgun grab at this point. Fiend's about to bridge to rail. There we go. Only 60 health though. Let's go take a look. Wonko's the guy that grabbed the red armor. We've got Quad in about 30. I think I want to go. Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at Fiend with his railgun and now yellow armor. I think this is gonna be an interesting play here.
Well, Wonko sure is getting bounced around enough. There we go.
Missed 3 times and missed 4 times. Well, when in doubt, switch up to the lightning gun and run out of cells, and then die a horrible, horrible death. And that was a lot less productive than I would hope.
This pro tip brought to you by Grease Scotsman.
Also, Quad goes to Clock.
This is dangerous as well. He's got nothing but a shotty, but he's been the one hitting with it so far. Nearly Goomba's Mesta. And